Hello, and welcome to Zack's February Thailand update. I guess it's kind of like February and half of March. But here I am in my office in southern Thailand, and I'm just really excited to tell you about this month. There's been many blessings, and so yeah, I'll just tell you about them. So the first blessing was just the blessing of the ministry down here. It seems like things are going really well, and just one of the big things that was a blessing is our cell group that we have every Sunday. We invite our English and music students to it, and sometimes they even bring their friends. And so we just had a couple really good cell groups where John was just really connecting with the students, and many students were coming and they were just really interested. And it all kind of came together at the end of February when John shared the gospel and then invited them to see if they wanted to receive Christ, and 7 of them prayed to receive Christ. And so that was the huge blessing to be a part of something like that here in a country where so few people really know very much about Jesus. And it's been cool to see them take steps, just little steps of growth in the past couple of weeks, you know, continuing to come to our cell group and starting to read their Bible and ask questions. And they'll just need a lot of prayer, and so yeah, I'm just excited to hear about their growth in the future. And that morning, before our cell group even, Gong, who is now in Bangkok, called me and told me that my former student and good friend Nit had received Christ the night before. So it was just really a crazy day, and so if you could just be praying for them, that would just be really good. And then the next day, more blessings came with our English ministry. That day we were starting our new session of classes, and it looked like we were going to only have 6 students, which I was a little disappointed about. But then the first day of class, they didn't even tell us, but 6 new students just came that we weren't expecting at all. And so at first it was actually a little stressful because we didn't know what to do with them. But then, thankfully, it's their school break right now, and so John is able to teach them in the morning. And so he's teaching them pre-1, and I'm teaching the students who are continuing level 4. And we even had more students interested that we had to turn away because we don't have time. So it's just really been great to see more interest in our program, and through that, more people who are going to be able to hear about Christ. The level 4 class that I teach, we have interviews where I interview the students in English, and then John shares the gospel with them in Thai so that they can understand. And that's been really cool to be a part of, the first time that we've had, you know, a level 4 class here. Another blessing has just been able just to have a lot of fun with the students. I mean, there's a lot of students who hang out here, especially now that there's a school break. And you know, it'll be the music students, the English students, or even just friends of theirs that come. And I'm just able to, you know, we play Uno a lot and other games, and just, it's fun because when I first came here in November, it was kind of like all the students were really scared of me because, you know, I'm a foreigner and I don't know, just intimidated by me, and I didn't speak Thai. But now it's like when I walk in, it's often that people will be happy to see me, which is very nice to be, you know, wanted here. And it's funny because they call me, some of them call me Papa Zack, which is kind of weird to be called Papa by people who are only like 8 years younger than you. But it's pretty funny though. I've come to like it over time. And also, I don't know where this started, but we just always ask each other, like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And they think it's really funny. So it's good to be able to find those little ways in which we can communicate, because there's so much that we can't communicate about. And so that's been the ministry this month. It's just been a huge blessing to be a part of. As far as personal blessings, it's just been a blessing for my family this month. We've been through, I mean, just a lot of traveling, a lot of chances for my family to experience the world. As a lot of you know, my youngest brother Josh, who is 19, is in Australia right now with YWAM, and he'll be leaving for Mexico City soon, where he'll be doing his YWAM outreach. And then this past month, my dad, who is a pastor, got to go to Ethiopia for a week or so, and they're thinking about starting a partnership with the church there. And it was just really awesome to hear his stories of God's work there and what the church is doing there. And my brother Nate decided that this summer he's going to be going to the Middle East for a summer project. So it's just really exciting to just have my family be able to experience the nations and see God's work in the nations. And I know that many of you have been a part of that in prayer and in financial giving as well, and I just want to thank you for that. And my parents also got to go to Hawaii for their 30th anniversary, so I'm sure that was fun. And then another blessing is, in February I gave up the chance to go to India with a team from my church in Hudson, because if I would have gone, the English classes would have stopped here, and I just did not feel comfortable with that. But the great thing that happened is another opportunity arose for me to go to East Asia in a couple of weeks during a time when there isn't going to be English classes here. So I'm not sacrificing the ministry here at all by going. And so that's I'm really excited. It's just a region of the world that I'm really excited to go visit and just to hear about how God's working there and to see it with my own eyes. I've had a lot more free time down here, which is nice, and I've been exercising, which has been really good. I feel just a lot more fit than I have in a long time, which has been nice, although sometimes it's really hard to exercise here, especially the hot season is starting, and I can see why they call it the hot season. And I've also used the free time to read books, which is something that I like to do, but I just never really seem to get around to. But this month I've done a lot of reading. The biggest blessing as far as books go has been reading The Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. It's just really a challenge to acknowledge God's presence at all times, even in the smallest task. And I've really found a lot of joy in doing this, and I've just really had some really good time with the Lord this month, and really want to make this, something I do for the rest of my life. Just acknowledge God's presence no matter what I'm doing. And so that would be a prayer request, that I would really be able to do that, and just that God would always be near to me. And amidst all these blessings, there's definitely been struggles of loneliness and just not having people to talk to, and just cultural differences. Even though I've been here for a while, they still happen a lot. But God has really paid me back 100-fold for the little that I've given up. I just remember last month talking about that in my update video in Mark 10, how Jesus says, anything you give up for me, I will pay you back 100-fold now in this time and in the age to come with eternal life. And God has truly done that for me. And it's just been such a blessing to experience Him be true to His promises in His Word. And so just thank you so much for your support to me. I'll never be the same after this trip. And I'm just really looking forward to getting home and just processing everything that I've been through, and just being able to share with you, a lot of you face to face, what I've been through. And so just a prayer request. Just pray for all the students that receive Christ. And for John, just having wisdom and discipling them. And for another English teacher, I'm planning on leaving May 20th. So just that God would provide an English teacher to come here, because after I leave, there's no plans for anyone to be here yet. So just that God would provide, that we're in contact with someone who's considering it. So just pray that would work out. And also just be praying for me that God would be near to me. And next week we're going to a conference in Chiang Mai, which is in northern Thailand, the second biggest city in Thailand, a youth conference. And just pray that God would really be near to our students there. Most of them, ones who are going, are not yet believers, and I think there's about 8 of them, so that God would really bring them to Himself and just do big things in that conference. So thank you again for all your support and prayers. Until next time, goodbye. Here, I just met some friends who want to say hello.
Hello.
What do you crap?
Hello. Hello.